Happy Sunday, 7-Eleven, minus 10 degrees in the downtown core. Feels like minus 18. Chris Abel is our tech expert, and he's joining us, as he always does on Sunday mornings, to discuss the latest. And a big one we have to get to, Chris. First of all, good morning to you.
Good morning, Joanne.
It's a big one because it was all about curling, right? Everyone was talking about curling because of all of the cheating kerfuffles, alleged cheating, we should say, kerfuffles. But technology has entered the chat. This time we're talking about a curling robot. Why did we need one, and why? And it isn't better than humans.
Yeah, well, it's kind of surprising because you may not think of curling as being that sophisticated, but no, robots have invaded the world of curling. Now, we didn't see any robots on display during the Olympics. That's because robots are being used behind the scenes. So curling teams are using robots to help train them. So on the one hand, you have a set of robots called Curly. This is a pair of robots at one position on either end of the ice, and they use sort of a long neck and camera system to scan the ice and scan the position of the stones. And then another robot uses kind of these little mandibles. It's about the size of a lawnmower, and it grabs hold of a stone, and it can toss the stones to the other end. This allows a computer algorithm to be able to monitor and analyze the position of all the stones and work out the best strategies. So it's allowing a computer, much like we've had computers do well in terms of chess, to be able to work out how to respond to the most challenging scenarios within curling. So teams can kind of play out the various scenarios and learn. That way they can apply that when they go back on the ice. The other robot that's used is called a launcher. This is a robot that can hold on to a stone and then can toss that stone consistently. Same speed, same style, repeating the same behavior again and again and again, much like human throwers do. The problem in curling, though, is that you practice, you get your technique here in Quebec, and then you travel and you arrive at some place where different ice conditions, temperature, ice can now change the performance of your stones. So having a robot that can consistently throw robots like that allows your team to be able to practice sweeping, to be able to work out, okay, when we get there and the ice is completely changed, we can at least adjust our sweeping technique.
Wow, this is so amazing, and so much careful thought put into all of this. Really interesting stuff, especially now that curling is the hottest thing around. Okay, this is a really interesting story. So we love our animals, we love our pets, but we love animals in general. And now there's new technology that allows us to see through animal eyes with artificial, is it artificial intelligence or reality? Augmented reality.
It's called, augmented reality. So this is a system that was developed in Germany. And it's a set of goggles that you wear. You can see through the goggles, so you're still seeing the world around you, but computer vision is used to alter your vision to match that of a given animal. So this is developed for livestock industries. So you can go into the system, you can choose, okay, I want to see the world as a horse, or as a sheep, or as a pig, or as a cow. So if you choose cow, for example, we've got a lot of industries and a lot of farms that use cows. Now your vision is going to have a wide peripheral vision like a cow. And you'll find that you see best when you're looking straight ahead. That's when vision is sharpest. Cows also tend to see the world through a spectrum of colors that include yellow, brown, and blue. So, for industries that work with animals, this allows you to go in through your farm and to be able to see things how a cow will see it. So is the corrals too narrow to be comfortable? Do you have equipment that's blue? And so the blue now is invisible. So it allows sort of what is desired, a greater sense of empathy. Yes, we manage animals for food production and stuff like that, but we want to make sure that they have the most comfortable lives while we're working with them. And so having technology put us into the hooves, as you will, of the animals allows us to be able to increase our empathy and to create the best conditions for them.
Okay, this is really interesting and also practical, but also kinder, it feels like. Okay, this next story is going to have my kids going cuckoo bonkers because as they're obsessed with Pokemon, they've become obsessed with Pokemon. But this is a hotel. Explain this to us. You can everything is Pokemon themed, but you can also rent your clothes there. Walk us through this.
Okay, So in Japan, there are now 10 hotel
Mm.
locations across Japan that when you arrive, you can have a Pokemon-themed room. So when you walk in, the ceiling, the walls, the floors, the tables, they all have Pokemon graphics on them. So
I'm
you can
looking at the
see
picture you sent, Chris. My kids would go nuts. Okay, keep going.
crazy.
Yeah.
And he included like bed sheets with Pokemon, and each one has a large, massive Snorlax plush doll, so that you can sleep with a Snorlax at night. But on top of that, they also have like Pokemon themed dishware, and I love this, Pokemon shaped food. So when you order room service, it arrives, you've got food that looks like little Pokemon and cupcakes and stuff like that. But here's the novel concept. So you're flying from Quebec. You're going to Japan to go to the Pokemon Hotel. They're saying, you know what, only bring one set of clothes. And you think, what? When you arrive at the hotel and they check you in, they will supply you with clothes while you're staying there. But these are rental clothes, which is what I'm finding an odd
I
concept.
don't know. I don't know about that bit, but I guess if it's Pokemon themed, then
Yeah.
maybe that makes more sense. That so you're like matching the furniture. But
Well,
yeah, yeah,
the idea is to make it so that you travel lightly. You
yeah.
may not even have to bring a suitcase, just a carry-on bag. So you arrive in Japan, you wear the clothes that you're supplied with every day, and then you leave Japan with the same set of clothes that you had when you came there, still flying with just a carry-on bag.
A Pokemon hotel. If my kids are listening right now, they're looking in their piggy banks to see if they have enough money to go to Japan. Uh, Chris Abel, you can follow along. Chris, remind everyone your Instagram, please.
At Real Chris Abel, that's KrisAbel.
Chris, it's always such a pleasure to chat. We will talk again next Sunday. Have a great one.
All right, take care.